like we are good to go. All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. So, today we're going to go over a topic. I don't know about you guys, but some days it feels like when it rains, it pours. And it's like one thing after another just kind of keeps coming to kick you when you feel like you're already down. Have you guys ever felt like that? If that's the case, then you're going to want to stick around. I'm going to give you 5 helpful tips of things that you can do to help yourself feel happier and feel better. Okay, so if this is your first time joining me, my name is Tina. I'm a happiness coach, and I help business owners deal with the emotional side of life, whether that is personal or professional. So today we're going to talk more on the personal feelings. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you will go through a lot of stuff. You will go through a lot of anxiety, a lot of doubt, maybe some depression, and the cherry on top is you can't show that to the rest of the world. Yet you are still a human being. You will still feel these feelings, and you still somehow need to get through that. And oftentimes leaders don't get the support that they need. They have their teams under them, but they can't just really vent like a normal person. They can't really just download like a normal person. And there's this higher level of expectation that they need to endure in order to continue to lead. Because if you start showing that fear and doubt to the people that you lead, they start thinking, uh-oh, it's not good, it's not safe, and you need to be able to be strong enough to hold that. So here's a couple of things that you can do when you are feeling down, whether this is personal or professional. Okay, this applies to anybody who's going through a really challenging time where you might be feeling hopeless, you might be feeling all is lost, that you're not going to get through this, that this is too hard, you should just give up. Any of those kind of really dark feelings, I want you to really pay attention and apply these, because you can get through these, okay? And these aren't the usual tips that you will hear. I'm not here to blow positivity and sunshine up your butt. I am going to tell you, because this is stuff that I actually do. These are tools that I use. This is what I had to use today. So the number one thing is, when you are feeling this way, don't try to change it. Just feel it. Allow yourself to sit with those feelings. Anytime that you're trying to push it aside, change it, tell yourself you can't feel this way, you're going to prolong you staying in that situation. And I have to catch myself when I get into this state as well. So sit with those feelings. Maybe that means you might feel like you need to cry. You might feel like you need to journal. You might feel angry and you have excess energy that you need to get out. Understand what the emotions are, and then understand how to channel those emotions, how to push through those, okay? The second thing is, you're going to, once you've accepted that this is how you're feeling, and maybe you feel shitty today, and maybe you feel down, maybe you feel angry, maybe you feel sad, maybe you feel depressed, whatever it is, you can do these things without the need of medication, without the need of, self-destructive habits. So another thing that I'll do is I will maybe do some art, and it doesn't even matter if you're just like taking a pen and doodling little weird stuff, whatever, flowers, images in the tree. If you guys are part of my REM Studios group, you'll see some of my tree doodles. So like while I'm sitting there eating breakfast, I see a tree out in the backyard, and then I can see images or whatever. And so I'll just draw them for nothing more than fun and something to take my mind off of things. And so that also helps with the overthinking. So a lot of times when we get into these sad, depressive states, it is overthinking, it's anxiety, and it's a way to avoid. And so what you're going to do for step 2 is you're going to push yourself to do something that you don't want to do. especially if you're in the state of, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to throw in the towel, I don't care. Maybe the thing that you will push yourself to do is, I'm still going to eat healthy food. I'm still going to go work out at the gym. And this, if you guys have seen on either TikTok or some sort of social media, there's like this little video of a little girl where she's doing a play and she's like crying the whole way through. She's doing all of her moves and she's just like crying through it, but she's still pushing through. I love that kid. I absolutely love that kid. And that kid was me today. While I'm at the gym, I'm not happy. I'm still there. I'm still doing it. But I pushed through and I got a workout in today. So doing that, while it doesn't solve everything, it does help you feel better in the moment. Okay, number 3 is you're going to remind yourself that absolutely everything changes. Change is the only thing that you can count on. So if you're in a good place right now, you're happy, you're on top of the world, I can promise you, you won't stay there. There will be a time where you feel like you're on the bottom again. And you'll be like, what the hell? Why am I going through this? Why do I feel this way? What do I have to do? And, you know, why did this happen? This happens when it rains. The rain comes for a reason, and it allows us to be able to grow. It doesn't feel good in the moment, but just know that no matter what you're going through, it will not stay this way. As long as you keep taking whatever steps, you might have to scratch, you might have to crawl, you might have to claw your way up a mountain with your bare fingers to do it. But you can get through this, and you will get through this. As long as you are still breathing, you have a fighting chance, okay? Even though things may not look good right now, even though things may look bleak right now, and you might be thinking, there's no way, I have no idea how to solve this problem. Great. Don't worry. Keep going and just know that it's going to change. All you have to do is survive the day. That's it. It will get better. You won't always be in survival mode. You will be back on top again if you don't give up. Okay? Number 4, you are going to draw inspiration from people that you admire. This could be somebody you don't know. It could be somebody that you do know. I want you to imagine having a conversation with them. What kind of things would they tell you to help support you, to help build you up, to give you that little piece of information that you need to keep going just one more day, right? Who is that for you? Is it multiple people? Is it somebody from the past? Is it somebody from the present? Is it your future self reminding you of where you are right now is not your final destination? This is not where you are going to stay. You will keep moving forward. You will be able to get to happier times. Okay? Number 5. This one is a little bit fun. Okay? So, if you are going down the path of, oh, woe is me, everything is horrible, everything is just terrible, I'm not going to get through this, this is awful, I can't go another day with this, I want you to lean into that, okay? Now, I'm not saying take action on if you're having negative, dark thoughts, but I want you to lean into, okay, if we're going to play the worst case scenario game, and what if this happens, and what if that bad thing happens? Let's go all in on this, right? Because right now it's all in your imagination anyway, so let's go all in and really tell ourselves, okay, so what is the worst case scenario? I want you to imagine that. I want you to picture that in your mind. Maybe it's The Walking Dead comes true and you're the guy that's left in the hospital and now you got to find your way because you got nobody around you, right? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's aliens arrive and they land on Earth and you're like, oh, great, Independence Day came early. Awesome, right? let's go all in. Imagine worst case scenario. What is it? You've lost everything. You've lost all your family, all your friends, all your money, all your possessions, everything that you valued in life. Oh, thank you so much, Maya. I appreciate the gifts. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate that as well. So, like, go all in on it. And then what I want you to do is imagine, how are you going to solve that problem? Because that's a hell of a lot bigger problem than the one that you're actually dealing with, right? So if you can figure out a way of what you would do to solve those huge, massive, unrealistic, imaginative problems, what can you do to solve the problems that you're actually dealing with? Maybe you can actually start to give yourself credit for some of the things that you have done right today, for some of the things that you are doing better on, and give yourself that kindness, that patience, that grace, and just know that tomorrow is another day, that you will get through this, and it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom, even if it felt that way earlier in the day. You don't have to stay in that energy. You can move through it. And by doing these 5 steps, you will find that you're able to get through this a little bit easier, okay? Without any drugs, without any alcohol, without any medication, without any mental diagnosis. It's just a temporary blip in time, and it won't last forever. So guys, that is the training for today. I'm going to keep it really short and sweet because it has been a hard day. Mostly from my own imagination, but hey, pros and cons of being an imaginative, creative person, okay? I can come up with all kinds of scenarios. So, guys, that is the training for today. If you are not following me on YouTube, make sure you go to Coach Tina B 125, click on subscribe. You'll get notified when I've uploaded the replay to YouTube, and you can get all kinds of helpful tips and hints on things that you can do to help yourself feel happier. And even if it's not you that's having the problem, maybe there's somebody around you that you've listened to this and they're going through a tough time, and maybe you can give them a little bit of advice, wisdom, share your own personal experience to help lift them up, because sometimes it only takes just a little bit of kindness, a little bit of support to help lift somebody out of a dark place. So never underestimate that, and be generous with that as much as possible. And most of all, be generous with yourself with that. Okay? So guys, that's the training for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.